We are live. Alrighty. How's everyone doing out there? We have a new person to the Meeting of the Minds crew, and that is COMMIE Mark, here to talk about his book that, I don't really know much about. I'm not going to act like I do. I figured hold off and wait until we are actually live to talk about it. So how you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm good, thank you. And you're in for a hell of a surprise. I hope that you're gonna enjoy this treat that I've got to share with you. It's gonna be really something.
All right. Getting this shared out. Make sure everyone knows we are live. But, yeah. Also, at the same time, might, if I have everything set up right, do a little streaming of some Minecraft. Because why not? Yeah, alright. So, I figure right off the bat, why don't you start telling us a little bit about your comic?
So this is my second crowdfunded comic. I've done one already and delivered it, which was called The Adventures of Kim Il Sung and Best Korea. It was a photo novella, a fumetti comic. I took loads of photographs from the Korean War and I rearranged the order of events to tell an alternate history version where North Korea, Best Korea, wins the Korean War, and it's excellent. It's told from the perspective of Kim Il Sung, who may or may not be magical. It's really great. So this new book that I've got out, I've taken a bunch of Golden Age public domain artwork and re-lettered it to tell a new story inside the framework of the original. This is it. It's called Not Daredevil.
Alright. If you would be so kind, post the link in the chat for or the private chat, and I'll post it into the actual chat, or the live stream chat.
Cool. I have done that. So this is it. This is the guy. This is the original Daredevil from the Golden Age. He predates Marvel's Daredevil by like 30 years. And the characters have fallen into the public domain now, so anyone can use him. And you may recognize him because a bunch of companies have tried to reboot him before, but not like this. I'm doing it a very common mark kind of way. So this is me doing a revolution in it. I'm rewriting the history of the Golden Age. So
Frickin' Tommy.
I know, right? So this company, the original company, Lev Gleason Publications, it once used to sell 6 million copies a month in it, and it was the joint biggest company. This and DC were like the original two rivals in it before Marvel was a thing, before Timely was a thing, before the Comics Code Authority. But they got cancelled by McCarthyism in it and stuff. So I'm bringing it back, for my communists.
All I gotta say is, the McCarthy era. The time where the commies knew their place and stayed the hell out of America.
Oh, they were all over the place over there, apparently, according
I
to those.
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the resurgence of the commies. I just blame you. I'm gonna blame you.
It's all me, and that's how influential I am.
Yep,
So,
yep.
this is the actual book here. It's not Daredevil versus the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, you see here he's fighting some Klansmen, taking this dude's face off with his boomerang. It says he's not blind, not a liar, not Hell's Kitchen. It's not a Daredevil because the name Daredevil is trademarked in it by Marvel. The characters in the public domain, the stories in the public domain, the art's in the public domain, but the name you can't put on the cover. You can't just have Daredevil written on the cover. So I put the word "not" in front to make it clear.
Yeah, it's not the same character. This is a Golden Age character that you are reviving and having some fun with.
Yeah, so here he is fighting the clan in it. So in the book, the clan are doing this is a warning from me, and it basically says that the images inside are from before the Comics Code Authority came to be a thing. So they're real spicy in it, like, and you'll be shocked and surprised by the content inside, like this. So this is like the original 1939 artwork. This is, look how great it is. It's
Mm,
as good as some modern work, and better than a lot of like modern Marvel books.
ain't
Uh,
that the fucking truth?
yeah, and like, even so, you could argue this is a political story, isn't it? Like, talking about social justice issues, like
Hmm. Well,
but it's
like,
done right, like in a way where it's not like, and that's why you're a bad guy.
yes, like, see, that's further proof you can tell these stories, but don't. The best way to put it is one of the things comics has always done is that it's had a point, but it's always tried to do it like the lesson is, you know, basically X. Like in this case, the lesson is racism bad. They just
Yeah,
left it there. They didn't go racism bad and you're a bigot because you're white, like they do in a lot of comics now. It's racism is bad, and that's we all can agree with that. I mean, come on, who likes racists? And FYI, we have a Neo star in chat. What up, Neo?
hello to you, Neo Star. Uh, so where was I? Yeah, here's the clan. Oh yeah, so the clan are trying to do. They've teamed up with the Nazis because this is in like set in 1939. Like the war is on in Europe, but
Mm-hmm.
America's still profiteering off gun sales or whatever. This is before the clan have teamed up with the Nazis. They're gonna do a coup d'état in it on the White House. Like, they got a plan, and the way they're gonna do that is by using gender and race swapping technology. Because when they do reboots of classic characters now, that's a thing that they do in it. Like, they do race swaps and gender swaps and that. So I've baked it into the plot. I should point out this book is a satire in it. Like, it mocks both the original Golden Age, like for the stuff that they're putting out, and then like modern, like, lazy storytelling and stuff in it. Here's some more pictures from that story from Not Devil versus the Clan. There you go. There's your classic Nazi Ku Klux Klan member talking about the Scarlet Skull, who's like the leader of the clan. Um, you can get some X-ray specs as well. That's a thing. Like, I saw lots of people putting toys on their campaigns, action figures and that.
I,
Trying to
I,
work out.
no, that's actually really freaking awesome. I like that. It fits with the theme that you're trying to go for of like that old silver and golden age look and feel and well, quite frankly, like to me that was always been something that I think we miss in a lot of the old like modern comics. Cuz like old comics, dude, you go and flip through a silver age comic and you will see pages that were just a whole bunch of ads that are stuff like for X-ray specs or for, what were they sea
Sea
monkey.
monkeys as well, yeah.
Yes.
I watched a documentary about the Sea Monkeys guy, and he made an absolute fortune, like a right killing in it. And I thought, nobody's really cornered the 3D market, the X-ray specs market, like,
Right.
and they're not thick, and they'll be good for postage. Like, they'll still fit in, like one of the boxes that I use, those letter
Mm,
boxes or
the
whatever.
mailers.
Yeah. This is a thing. Everyone who backs gets a free communist coin, like with their purchase. There's 100% genuine from one of these failed states, mostly from the Soviet Union. There's a couple of Yugoslavia ones that I've got. If I sell too many, like the whatever, they're out of my personal collection, and I got a bunch. On the Best Korea campaign, I was giving away actual currency from North Korea that I had acquired, specifically for the campaign. I gave away 20,000 Korean won, with it, which is
Yeah,
great.
but that's like $5. I mean, I'm just.
It's not. It's closer to $20 actually. I'll have you know.
I mean, but you're not really losing much, is my point. No, no, no. Neostar says, so what's this about some paper hanging commie schmoes? Yes, yes, Neostar. It's a shock to be able to have to say this, but we actually do have a commie as the guest this evening.
Yeah.
It
Everybody's least favorite worst. No, that's the wrong way around. Everybody's least worst favorite communist. That's the one. I'm a nice guy.
right, one that everyone can point at and say, "See, not all of them are pieces of shit. This guy's cool."
The exception that proves the rule.
Yeah, it's well, no, no, like I said, back in the day, y'all weren't crazy. I'm just saying, y'all actually would be like you'd get point in on one of y'all. That's a fair point. Now you've just been
Yeah.
taken over by crazies. I'm just saying, get rid of your crazies, man. Get rid of your crazies. But continues that.
Ah, what a job.
But Commie
All
Mark,
right,
haven't
so
people tried to bring back Daredevil before?
perfect segue. Oh yeah, they have actually. Great question. So the original. I'm just reading. The original is from 1939, created by Jack Cole, who also created Plastic Man. So these are two prominent examples of when the character has been rebooted by mainstream major companies in it. So in Savage Dragon 141, Eric Larson did a whole big gay event to bring a bunch of characters from the Golden Age into the Image universe or whatever. And then in Savage Dragon 161, he has a showdown with the Daredevil character, Savage Dragon versus Daredevil. And I went to Comic-Con and I scrolled back through all the years to find it and found that they sold 5,500 copies at $3.50 each, which equals this much, 19.4K, which is a great number. That's a big number. But you know that they didn't sell all 5,500 of these for $3.50, and a lot of them will have gone into a dollar bin and shit. A lot of them are probably still on the shelf, in those comic book shops, 12 years later. So good try, Eric Larson.
Right.
Um,
My whole thing is Eric Larson, one of those creators that everyone liked until you found out he was just an insufferable douchebag.
yeah.
And Neostar says, apologies for my schmo comment, though the verdict is still out if you hang papers or not.
It's not a reference that I get. I'm gonna need more explanation.
I think it's the trope of commies putting up the flyers.
Oh, yeah, I really considered this when I did Best Career. One of the things I did was one of the versions was a fanzine version, that I printed out at home on A4 paper, on my own printer in the shed and that. And I stapled it down the side, not saddle stitched, just real brute stapled down the side. And I did think about doing going under a bridge or something and doing a graffiti version of the book that you could just read each page in a row, 30 pages all graffitied. You know what I mean? like glued on.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like the way they used to do the like wall of show flyers and back in the day for like, well, punk shows and metal shows and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. So just like that in it, but I'd spread the whole comic out like all 30 odd pages, like in a row, so you could read them. So the reason that I'm pointing your attention to this Eric Larson one is not because I intend to beat this number, but because one of the variants for the book is this one, which is by this guy Jason Krager, who he's got a book out called Hammer. He's working on this other book, The Kill Journal. Like he's done work with Warren Ellis and stuff. Like he's an actual like legit person. He's drawn this cover, and it's like a homage to that Daredevil story, the Savage Dragon 161 in it. Like if you put them next to each other, you'd be like, oh yeah, I see it. Like
Gotcha.
it's a dig specifically at him. And he blocked me on the day before I launched this on New Year's Eve. So as far as I know, he hasn't even seen it.
Yeah, like I said, he's such an insufferable douche, and it's like what's funny is he did that to someone he'd more than likely agree with on everything.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? That's the
I
thing.
mean,
Look, they don't even want me over there either.
hey man, hey, that's fine. That's fine. That means you've pissed off the right people. Be proud. Be
Yeah,
proud.
well, wait till you see some of the other things that got on here. Um, that I forgot to mention this as well. That I launched the book on New Year's Day at midnight, so I had a 5 hour advantage over the east coast of America. You know, before your time zone caught up with mine.
Hmm.
Uh, so I knew that I would be the highest grossing book of the year in it for at least 5 hours because nobody else could launch a book in the same time in it. And I actually held on to the highest grossing book of 2021 for 3 whole days, like, which is quite an achievement.
Hey, yeah. I mean, it's one of those. The best way I can put it, bragging rights is still bragging rights.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. I could still put it on the marketing.
I was most highly spelled. Was it a most? You said just said it. My mind went blank. Highest grossing book of 2021 for 3 days. There
Yeah,
we go.
no, no one has to know it was the first 3 days.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Exactly.
So the next person that we're going to look at who did it is the Gail Simone version of it. Like, so
Oh.
I know, right? It's perfect. Uh, so Gail did a version with Dynamite, the Death Defying Devil. You know, I was saying how the name is trademarked.
Mhm.
Uh, so Dynamite got around it by calling him the Death Defying Devil. And they got this whole universe, the Project Superpowers thing, where a bunch of public domain Golden Age characters all come back and they exist at the same time. It was all like puppeteered by Alex Ross. Like, and Gail Simone was given Death Defying Devil Volume 2 to write. And you can see here they sold 9,000 copies at $3.99 cover price, which we know like they didn't all go for $3.99, but let's imagine they did. That's this much, 36.3k. But the reason that they managed to sell this many copies is because there's 4 variant covers of the book, and Dynamite are like notorious for uh, variant covers. Like, and we can think of that one 1960s female vampire that's got like 400 covers, like of her issue one. Um,
I don't know what you're talking
I'm,
about.
I'm sure you.
There's no female vampire that they have 50 million goddamn covers for one book of. Forgive me, Lord. I shouldn't
Yeah.
have said it that way. But I completely agree, and as you can tell, I'm quite frustrated by it too.
Yeah, so in homage to Dynamite's attempt, this is like the second variant cover. which is obviously like
oh
really sexy. Like, we'll
yeah,
get one of those. That's.
so sexy. Look at them thunder thighs.
I've done a lot of research, and it was shown that thick thighs sell books in it. Like, so we went all the way. Look at that, but like the.
No. It's thick thighs save lives.
That's it. That's the one. This is just perfect. Like, I love this. Such a good joke. It's by my buddy Caparticus. So that's the first book in it. The book, Not Daredevil versus the KKK. It's 30 pages at least. Uh, it's Not Daredevil fighting the Klan, fighting the Scarlet Skull, who predates the Red Skull by 2 months because everything in from Marvel's like copied out of this original Lev Gleason universe. Uh, so there's a bonus in it, which is this origin comic, Not Daredevil Origins, which tells the story of how he was raised by pygmy aboriginals in Australia. Like, see, there he is as a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child with his boomerang. He's raised by like midget tribes people or whatever. He's got a rubber suit. He's got his own naked gang here. That's all great. So this, I actually made this book first, and it the origin story almost 2 years ago now, and I came onto Twitter just to give it away, like I was giving it away in PDF
I
files,
mean,
and
that,
I get
that's a good way to get people to, know you, especially if you're planning on doing a lot of, if you will, this type of comedic works.
yeah. Well, it definitely worked because I gave away over 1,000 copies of it, and it meant I was able to get onto shows and it eventually. And the first like major live appearance that I had was on a war campaign stream, and then so I appear and I've got my big communist flag hiding behind, hanging on the wall behind me. And it was a moment of history. Like, yeah, everyone knew who I was then, like, and I was cemented. And everyone was like, "Why are you giving this book away for free? We'd give you money for it if you put it on Indiegogo." Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I just wanted to make a cool book in it, like, for myself to laugh at how funny I am. Uh, and then people wanted it, so I was like, "All right, I will." Uh, but I got to learn how to do it because making a comic book in your bedroom or whatever is one thing, but mass producing them and delivering them to customers is a whole separate thing in it. So I went to my cabinet and I pulled out like the least commercially viable book that I had, which is The Adventures of Kim Il Sung and Best Korea, the photo book that I was on about. So I thought I'll sell like 10 of them, get them out, like then I can say I've delivered, I can move on. And I sold like 200 copies of it, so that
Hey,
was
there you go.
great. So now, when I come back, I didn't just want to re-release the one that I gave 1,000 away off for free. So it's like a bonus and it, like a issue 0 or whatever. The
Makes sense.
clan book, the main event. So this first stretch goes for 2.5K, which we already smashed ages ago. Uh, Everyone's going to get this sticker and this print here. I'm past 3K now, so I think this print's
Nice.
unlocked. This one's at 4K. This is not Daredevil versus Merry Boys. I don't know if you know the Merry Boys franchise. It's another one in the CGUK like group. Like, there's me and a bunch of other like UK people. It's about 40 of us now, like all in this gang, like all rolling together. Like, it's cool. Like, if any of your viewers are in the UK, like, hit me up. I'll sort you out. So this is where it gets interesting. At $5,000, like, I'm gonna start adding more characters in it as backup stories, so the books get thicker. What I really want is to deliver everyone a nice thick boy. Like I said, it's 30 pages. I want it to be 60 pages, 90 pages. I want a real, like, something you could spank your wife with or whatever. But we need to get to this number before we can do that. Then I'll do like a poll. There's all these great characters like that we can use. Uh, but we'll cross that when we get to it. We're a little distance from that yet still. There's also this cool boomerang for sale on the campaign. It's made by the artist who did the not Vampirella cover. And this is the hand painted cover in it, which is
Nice.
also for sale on the campaign.
The That's awesome.
So it's on like $3,340, 70 backers. Only 3 days left, so make sure that you get on it if you're on the fence. So in case you didn't notice, everything on the campaign's like a joke at someone's expense in it, because I'm a satirist first, comic book writer second. So this is my Fumble bundle. So you remember when last year Dynamite had this thing where they were selling these humble bundles to raise money to bail out Black Lives Matter rioters. Uh, this is me here delivering like a communist care package to see if we've got some Antifa members left behind. Merry Christmas.
I like that. I really do. That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, this is like my, the subscription box sort of tier. Like everything that gets added, like to the campaign, get this one, and you'll get all of that stuff. Smart, throw a shrimp on the Barbie. This is just a donation on it, and it really exists for when this number is on like 3,398, and it's triggering someone's OCD. You can soothe yourself and get a nice warm fuzzy feeling inside by making it a round number. Ooh.
I like that. That was well done.
There's Origin book. It's only £8, $11. It's discounted at the moment while the campaign's live. It'll go back to £10 like after. This is the Australian variant, which is upside down and only ships to Australia, so it's only available for Australians because no one else would be able to read it. It wouldn't make any sense.
I am actually finding that hilarious. So basically, everything, even the perks, are jokes in themselves, or not just perks, but the perks and the way it's just one, like, you actually get something, but it's one big joke. That's the whole point. It is one big joke too.
Yeah, for me, the campaign has to be reflective of the book itself, and it. So there's another book that I'm working on that's like an action adventure book, and that campaign will be different from these comedy ones. Like, I need to prove to you when you read the campaign that it's going to be a funny book. What better way to do that than to write a funny campaign? I know I've glossed over but every single like sentence on the campaign is like a joke in it. And I implore people, just go and read the campaign. That's worth uh chucking me a £2 donation like after you read it. It's funny. So this is a main book, £10, $14. The variants, they're all the same price because you can get the digital double pack, both books. You can get all three covers. You can get all three covers and the origin. This is the first of my favorite tiers. So when people do that thing where you can get drawn into the book, what I'm doing is I'm just photoshopping someone into the book, like a actual photo in it. So one person will just have their head pasted in. There's only one available, so someone should get on that £250 bargain.
That is freaking hilarious.
Like when I was doing best career, I said it's a photo book. like I had the idea to do it then on that one, but it's funnier to do it here, like in this illustrated book, than it would have been to do it in a photo book. So I sat on it,
Yeah.
like save it for this one.
Right now, I'm working on getting the one downside to setting up Minecraft. Real quick side note on my new graphics card. I haven't set it up on it, so now I'm trying to get it to where I can do what I want it to do. But let's just say trying to run Minecraft at 4K ain't gonna happen, even though my card should be able to handle it. Motherfucker.
My computer can't do anything at 4K. It just like starts to die instantly.
Yeah, I think with this it's just because if I had left it alone and done normal, it would have been fine. But I'm doing one of the BD craft packs, so it's like, yeah, you get the idea. I want it to look pretty. But my computer's like, nah, bro, nah. We ain't doing that.
Sucks.
Yeah. Uh, I guess it's still lagging. And I know if I let me see something. If I shut the BD craft shit off, getting frustrated. But yeah, dude. So I really like you've done a good job explaining this. Oh, and we got a John Dillard in chat.
Hail Dillard. Hello.
And he's like, damn it, Bob, where were you when I was campaigning? I mean, you could have hit me up. You follow me on Twitter. I think you even have me on Facebook.
He's still in demand, like, he can still come on.
Right.
It's not like his book's closed.
Right. I mean, but I get it. I get it. I'm not cool enough. Not cool enough. See how it is. See how it is. I'm so hurt. So hurt. But yeah. Well, look at it though. Looking at your campaign though, it's I like how you're taking an old idea or an old like comic and just having fun with it.
Yeah. Well, it's all because, like, I'm a writer and not an artist. And when you're an artist who's trying to make it or whatever, what you can do is you can just draw some cool pictures of some big guys' characters and tweet them to them and get retweets. And, you know, like, you can get work off the back of that. I've seen that happen. And it, like, a new guy comes in, draws a sweet picture, like, gets a shitload of retweets, like, and now he's working on a book for someone. But you can't do that if you're a writer. You can't just bowl in and be like, "Here, I've written this excellent script for someone," and just share it on Twitter, and people will be like, "Wow, that's amazing." No one's going to read it, are they? So I had to come up with a clever way around that problem without having to pay an artist because I'm poor. Like, and you know, it's a gamble, like, to do this sort of thing, and it, like, so I came up with these two genius ideas: the best career, the photo novella way, and then this one doing like an abridged comic book. This is essentially like an
And it
overdub.
works. And it works.
Yeah.
Like it's that's what. Well, screw you too, hippie. My soda bottle fell. Set it on the table next to me and was like, doo doo. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could say the best way I could put it, it takes true cleverness to be able to take something that is already set in stone visually and turn it into something else.
Yeah.
Not Red Rooster tier. I like that.
Oh, you've seen it. The Not Red Rooster tier purchase the Walmart distribution rights, and you're guaranteed to receive your copies of Not Daredevil before any of the actual backers. It's like just over $250,000. And I keep saying this because it's never going to happen. If someone buys that tier, I'll refund everyone who's bought everyone who's backed so far, and I'll fulfill them out of my own pocket, and it because I'll now be £200,000 richer. I should be able to cover the 3K that we've made so far. Like, it should be all right.
Right.
But yeah,
See, that's still great.
so that's this. People should get on this on the not. Oh, so hang on. Let me stop screen sharing for a second. Let me show you something else that I'm sure you'll love. This is a great little thing.
Uh,
All right, so you've seen this, haven't you?
oh
Like,
God.
it's kind of
Okay.
okay. So you see, you got this really bad Bob Barker, Joe Biden over here on the left.
Right.
But notice this like character standing right next to him, and
Who's that guy right there?
yeah, he looks familiar, don't he?
I know. It's almost like they're trying to bring back a Golden Age hero too.
Yeah. So that's what this is. These are all Golden Age heroes, and while I've got my campaign live, mocking them for doing variant covers of old books over and over again, they did it again, like at the same time, like while it's live, and they put my character next to like the lamest president in American history.
Right.
Uh, and they're only like $600 ahead of me. This like major like mainstream uh comic book company versus me in my shed. And I'm not that far. I've got more backers than them. Like, because their book costs twice as much. Like, it costs $25. And look at this. They've even put communist coins on their campaign as
hey,
well. Like, they're just blatantly
hey,
ripping me off.
hey, hey, Beijing Biden. Just saying, you're not lying. You are not lying, sir.
So yeah, so I've kind of set that as a goal that I want now in it. I want to just beat this book, like, because they put it out at the same time, and they put my dude like right next to Biden. It's
Like, nope.
outrageous.
How dare they? How dare they? How dare they? They've stolen your childhood and your dreams.
Not good.
I mean, I think I do a pretty good Greta Thunberg.
Well, I could tell that's who you was trying to do, so that's a good sign.
Oh no, I have a bad habit of. All right. Hey there, cutie. I understand that you came to the White House to get a little, if you will, tour by yours truly. All right. So, first things first, don't make sure that Hillary doesn't find out, or you will end up dead. I'm just saying.
Now that's very good. That was very impressive.
And then, listen here, America. If you want to make sure that we do well in this here war with Iraq and Iran, I mean Afghanistan, we're not trying to get into a war with Iran. Don't worry, don't beat me, Cheney, don't beat me. Anyway, just make sure that you just keep it mum's word, man. I'm gonna be over here doing a keg stand. Excuse me. Hey, Obama, bring the tap.
It really irks me the way that Americans pronounce Iraq and Iran, like instead of Iraq and Iran. Like, uh, it, it really
Well,
makes me
okay,
wince.
you gotta understand when trying to do yourself a George W, you gotta make sure to get that bit of that like forced Southern twang, cause and that little laugh that he does. You gotta make sure to have that in there.
Yeah, it's the laughs that do it. Like, that's what really sells it.
Then you have it when I decide to be Obama. See, the thing about Obama is he's actually really simple to do. You just have to make yourself sound authoritative without actually saying anything at all. You have to contradict yourself in every statement because see, the American people are smart people, but they're needing to be controlled because they put themselves over everyone else. Like a smart person would do. Like,
How
dude,
dare they?
uh, like I. So when I was a kid, I really political kid, so I always just had fun doing impersonations of various political figures.
I'll do Nixon next. I know you've got it in your pocket already.
I've never tried to do Nixon, but I think I know. Listen here. When you pick a fight with America, you don't just pick a fight with America. You pick a fight with Nixon. And when you pick a fight with Nixon, you get put on the list. And that list doesn't go away. It's there up until you die. Probably in Nixon's hands.
Yeah, and then you get to hell, like, and they've still got the list there.
Mm.
Um, so I
Well,
have gotten, I've
let
got,
me put it to you like this. I got put on Nixon's list, and I was there. Nixon showed up in hell, and sure enough, he was bringing up the list. Because got to throw JFK in there. Got to my little attempt to wave the Irish flag by our only Irish president.
we did a great show a couple of weeks ago on the anniversary of the Nixon assassination on my channel. It was, I think, it might have been on Charlie's London's channel. So on a Wednesday, what would be 5 p.m. EST? I don't know what time zone you're in. Uh,
Central.
yeah, so what's that? 4 p.m.
I'm in Oklahoma. That should tell you everything.
All right, cool. I can't think of Oklahoma without seeing the O made out of rope and it. Like that image is burned into my head. We did a great show about the assassination of JFK. It's really good. Every Wednesday, that is. It's not about JFK every Wednesday, obviously. If you be so kind as to just pop this in. I got one more thing to show you after this.
Oh, not a problem.
This
I mean, at
isn't.
this point, we've pretty much gone over to your comics, so we're just having fun, talking about random stuffs and being funny.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you got one more back by Neostar.
I nearly said congratulations to him then. Thank you. Thanks for your contribution. It'll all go to funding the revolution. Here's my
Free! Free!
here's my YouTube channel. I'm on 769 subscribers. If I could just get one more
Whew,
tonight, that'd be
you're,
real nice.
you're
Make
doing
a
better
nice.
than me. You're doing better than me. A
Uh,
lot better.
I put a lot of effort and work in it. Like, not that you haven't. Whatever. It's because I've got my own UK gang in it. Like, I'm helping to really make something for UK creators and fans. So for us, we get shafted on international postage all the time, and it's not cheap to import books from America. Uh, and we was thinking, like, wouldn't it be great then if we could get more books off of UK people, or if we could sell more books to UK people, and everyone would benefit from the lower postage in it. So it's something we've been working on actively for over a year now. We've had this one show, this Carry On Streaming show, it's been going for over a year. There's my show, Original Troll Factory. Uh, Fans hour as well. But yeah, just one more. I'm really close to being monetized in it, but the subscribers is really lagging behind. Like, the watch hours is almost in the bag. So I'm switching my attention to subscribers now. Like, I need to get to 1,000, but let's get to 770 first. But then the final thing that I want to show you is the book that I'm working on after that, because like I said, I was just a writer and I couldn't get an artist. Well, now I got an artist in it, so I can make something that's special instead of something that's a clever hack around trying to make a book. I can just make whatever I want now. I've got the reputation, I've got the demonstration of my ability to fulfill books. I'm going proper now. So this book, Krishna Kid, is it's the story. It's it's like Hindu Dragon Ball. is how I've been explaining it. Like this is the guy Krishna who's like a, so to put him in Jesus terms, he's like a an avatar of the supreme God, like on Earth in human form. He goes around fighting demons, fighting the king. Eventually shows down with the creator God of Hinduism, Brahma. That's why it's called the Eye of Brahma saga. Like it's it's just going to be incredible. Like I can't wait to show people like all the cool stuff that's like gonna be in that book. And you're still there. Have I stunned you into silence?
Oh no, I was here. I just put my mic up because I was having a off-brand Nutter Butter, and I didn't want to be crunching into the mic. And then, oh, like, looks like you put a lot of thought into this. Oh, wait, you can't hear me.
Uh,
Oopsie.
but yeah, this one is gonna be epic. Like
No, like I said, it looks like you put a lot of actual thought into the story, and it looks like it's going to be a like it's like I like the analogy of Hindu Dragon Ball because
yeah,
that just conjures up images of ah! Oh wait, 3
yeah.
episodes of just someone powering up.
Have you read this book already? it's,
Shh,
it's
shh! Don't want to ruin it.
it's I've written it in like a fast pace because there's a lot to get through in it. Like I actually, in my research for this book, I bought a copy of the highest grossing comic book in Indian history, which tells the story of Krishna as a child. Like it's like they make Bible comics and it like there's lots of different people do it, but nobody's made like this Krishna book like this. And I know because I spent really long time looking for it because I wanted to read a book like this and it doesn't exist. So I'm gonna be the one who makes it because someone's got to like. And when you see it, like it's like how isn't this already a thing? Like it's such an obvious idea, like to do like this kind of almost chibi like manga Krishna. Like it just fits in so beautifully. Like he throws energy beams, like he can fly, do power ups, teleport in, like it's just perfect. Like six, four-armed fights. It's gonna be dope. Like I can't give it as much like praise as it deserves. It's gonna be incredible.
See, no, what I like about it is it's just a unique idea. I mean, you don't really see a lot of people pull from Hinduism for like I guess now notice Neil starts commenting. I'll play the saxophone, Bob. But anyway, no, you don't see a lot of people use Hinduism for inspiration, so it's nice to see that. I mean, Dragon Ball Z is technically just a retelling of the Monkey King, if I remember right.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, so it's
But
it's nice to see something unique.
so there's a bunch of books out at the moment, like on Indiegogo, where it's like, and there's gods from a mixture of different pantheons, and they're doing a fight smackdown with each other or for each other, or they're on a team. Like, but for some reason, we've got a mixture of all these gods. None of them have Hindu gods in it. Like they got Greek gods, Egyptian gods, Norse gods, like but even Chinese gods, but no one ever touches like the Hindu ones, and it's like they're the
Even
best ones.
some of them even pull from my people, the Irish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Get some giants in there and stuff.
Hmm. No, it's funny, like trying to explain to people, no, 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 no. Irish gods are. It's not, I don't suggest using Irish gods for a lot of reasons. Mainly, Irish gods are kind of well. Do you like drunken things that just like to play pranks on fucking people? That's like 90% of the Irish gods.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm just saying, pre-Catholicism. I mean, well, though, define irony. I mean, come on. Irish and Scottish, and I'm a devout Catholic. I mean, no one saw that coming. Not at all.
Oh.
Like it. No, dude. But so, when is that going to be launching?
This book, I'm hoping to launch in July. July is the date that I've set for fulfillment of Not Daredevil, and I'd like to launch this, around the time when Not Daredevil's dropping on people's doorsteps, so I can piggyback off my own hype, to get
One of those.
more.
Hey, look, this book was completed. Here's another book I'm working on that'll soon be completed.
Yeah, exactly. I'm serious that this is what I'm here to do now. I'm gonna make comic books, like whether people like it or not. I've made a life choice. Like, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna, I want to be able to do this at a level where it can be my full time job, and I can stay at home with my family, having fun during the day, and then having fun at night, making comic books and doing live streams with cool dudes like you, Bob Jones.
Oh, you haven't even seen me go full. Like, I haven't brought out the Bob Jones character. I've just been doing other, like, okay. So Bob Jones is. Wait. Did you back the Mythics?
No. What is
Um,
it?
Mythics. It's a book by Matt Trin. I think the artist name is Beth Varney.
No, I'm not
And
familiar with that.
I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna get rid of the remove the screen share real quick so I can bink. Do. Uh, Come on. Trying to get the camera set up so I can grab up. Got to grab up the box. And that's why I need more bookshelves. I grab up box with comics and like half my. Let me set that script. Dude, let me put you like this. I have more books than space for books. That's why my tag on Twitter is Brainiac420. It's like, come on, dude. If I actually had motivation to do something with my intelligence, like proper, I'd be dangerous, but I really don't. Really do. Well, I mean, I do. I just don't think school's worth the money. But no, Mythics issue 2, and booyah!
Oh yeah, there he is.
Needless to say, Beth Varney made me look a lot more better than I do in real life. I'll take it. I'll take it. I won't complain. All I gotta say is, awesome
Well,
idea to do with your uh, Tim Lim, Mark Pellegrini books, the mailers. Well, yeah, that's a comic box now. But yeah, dude. So that's the character of Bob Jones. You're getting the if you will, chill, just kind of real me versus me playing character that is meant to not only make fun of the current state of comic books, but Alex Jones at the same time.
nice, perfect combo.
All right. Oh, dude, remember me telling you about how before we went live how I'm a big Star Trek guy, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's cool. I got the Star Wars versions of those somewhere.
That's I'm working on getting the whole set and everything. And I remember you saying you're a Star Wars guy, and there's part of the reason why I'm showing these off. You can find on I think the app's called Macari. I think that's how you pronounce it. And on there, you can find the Star Wars micro machines from the 90s as well. So if you want to rebuild your collection and whatnot, there you go. Macari is the way to go. Hi. Yeah, needless to say, I'm getting a bunch of stuff that I'm going to be changing the background here soon. Because I've had pretty much this background for forever. So that's part of the reason I'm picking up some stuff. Get a like I said, give it a bit of a switch up in the background.
Yeah, like I've had the same background the entire time, but it's iconic. Like to my whole bit, it's got the communist flag. It's got one of my guys in my gang done me a big stencil like painting thing of Kim Il Sung that's like hanging on the wall. Got my skulls and my trees and uh, some stuff
Frickin'
in it.
commie. You frickin' commie! You garbage! You commie garbage!
Thanks.
I'll take great pride in that, thank you. It's not every day someone goes out of their way to remind me that I'm a communist.
I've been promoted to garbage.
I mean, just say, you said it, not me. Dude, no. May I say, I don't know how South Park got away with all those jokes back in the day, but man, it saddens me now. Even South Park's got to chill a little bit. It's like, come on, guys, these guys forgot what jokes are.
Yeah, like that's one of my big inspirations. Like those early South Parks, in the way that they just mocked everyone, which is what I try and do with my satire in it. There's no point in doing it if you're just gonna mock your enemies. You gotta have self-reflection in it. And that's how you grow as a person. You gotta be able to mock yourself and your own team, like and
Yeah,
understand all that. Like, I think it's important, and it's funnier, and it makes it balanced for the reader. Like, and people complain about having politics in their books, but it's when it's one-sided. Like, one of the best books I've ever read is it's a Green Lantern story where Kilowog joins the Soviet Union, and it's so perfectly balanced the way that it's told. Like, that whichever team you're on, like you think, yeah, I was well represented, like in that book, like it's good. That's what I try and do in it, like be fair with my criticisms of everyone.
no, and to me, that's the best way to do it. It allows you to be able to. The best way I can put it allows you to be able to not just present your opinion and go, "This is what I believe we should do." It's you present your opinion, and you're like, I mean, I'm not saying I know for a fact I'm right. I'm not saying for a fact I'm wrong. I'm just saying here's my opinion on it. Do with it what you will. Is the best way that I can put it, and that's all you really can do. Trying to force someone to have your opinion just it never works out. It just because
Mm.
well, it's like regardless of what medium you use, people can tell when you're just trying to force them to have your opinion. And when it comes to comic books, we're tired of that. Us fans who have read comic books our whole lives, we're like, come on, man. Most of us just wanted to read a fun comic and have a laugh. Why are you making this a bunch of extra shit that we don't want to deal with? Let us have our time. Come on, man.
Yeah. The real trick to writing good propaganda, yeah, is that the reader shouldn't walk away knowing like the answer to the question that you've presented in the book. Like, don't tell them what the answer is, and don't be like, and that's why communism is the answer, or and that's why racism is bad, or whatever. Like, that's too on the nose, and that doesn't work. What you need to do is like present the reader with a lingering question in it that they'll think about, and then decide, oh, uh, communism is good, racism is bad, or whatever. Like, want the reader to come to that conclusion by themselves. Like if you have to guide them all the way through and really hammer it home, you didn't do a good enough job.
right? And you know, it's reminds me of Mags Visaggio and the when you have to write or when you want to write socialist propaganda, but you got to write stories to sell action figures, and I can't help but go, but you do just you make socialist propaganda that you try to hide as a you know thinly veiled story to sell action figures. No one buys it.
Yeah. Like I could do that for them, but they'd never hire me now, like because well, affiliations and that. Like
Well,
even I'm not communist enough for them apparently.
all right. It's like, but hey, whatever. That's on them. You shouldn't have to worry about it anyway.
I'm glad. Like crowdfunding is clearly a better model. Like so because we own like the rights to the IPs that we're creating. Like, imagine if I'd made this for Marvel, this Krishna Kid thing, lost this golden like character, like this potential $1 million like IP. Like, think if sell one, sell. There's 1.2 billion people in India, like if we could get like $1 off just a chunk of them, like it's crazy money. Like
No, I think I get what you're saying. Focus more on the actual story and getting it into people's hands without involving these major multi-million dollar publishing conglomerates that more than likely are just going to rake you over the coals and take you for everything that they can get you for.
yeah, and change your vision for the privilege as well.
What?
Now, I'm saying like so when I came up with Krishna Kid, like I got a real strong vision in it of what I want, and they would mess around with that and alter what I want to make, and then take a chunk of the profits, like I say, and we own this now, thanks.
Oh, I got you.
Stuff like
See,
that.
well, I know, the Mythics guys are trying to use their profits to fund their next books and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
But
so, which is what you always should do. Because if you can get to where you have your books done before you even crowdfund it, then you're straight. You're good to go.
yeah, agreed. That's the dream way to do it. This book, the Krishna Kid book, like is gonna like because I've got to pay an artist. This one's like a lot more complicated. Like the other books, it was easy for me to just make them. Like, but now there's more parties involved. But whatever, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be worth it. Like, it's gonna definitely be funded. So many people who've seen this have been like, "Whoa, I'm gonna back this on the first day." Nobody said that about any of my other books, and they've all been like fully funded and mildly successful. Like, I got real high hopes for this Krishna Kid book. I hope people like it as much as I do. I just want to read it.
Hey, it's the best thing anyone could ever hear is hey, that looks cool. You know what I mean? That's the for any creator that is the best thing to hear from anyone.
Yeah. Ultimately, that's what I'm here for. I want the head pats in it. I want people to pat me on the head and say, "Well done, Colin Mark. You're a real clever bloke. You know that." And I say, "Yeah, thanks, man."
No, well, it's not even just that per se. It's the fact that the recognition that you took something and I guess you could say took an idea and made something with it.
Yeah.
Like But oh well, either way, all I know is it is definitely going to be something to look forward to come that time. It's just right now you're worried about not Daredevil. Not
Yeah,
Daredevil.
that's my priority today, not Daredevil. So I encourage people to go and jump on that, please. Like if you would be so kind. I mean, we already gained one backer on the show, so that's great. Thank you to that person again. Like,
Oh, Neo Star is a longtime watcher of Meeting the Minds. From
oh yeah,
back in the day when it was pretty much we'd have still using what was the Hangouts, Google Hangouts,
yeah, yeah,
and we'd have the room maxed out and people wanting to come in and everything. It was fun, be chaotic, but fun. Alright, but I guess this is a good place to call it.
yeah.
To,
Seems about right. It's like 3 a.m. here now in the
yeah,
UK.
that's part of the reason why I actually tried my best not to go into a Batman tangent because I completely understand and the way I look at it, minute the stream's over, I'm gonna immediately get back to watching my Batman the Animated Series that I got in today.
Yeah, good. Like, yeah, I'm about to take us down a tangent. Let's wrap it up. Like,
Yeah.
you almost triggered me then. I was gonna go on a rant, a
Oh,
positive rant, like, whatever. Let's wrap it up. Let's go to
alrighty,
bed.
well.
Not together.
Oh, you beastly savage, you. But anyway, tell people where they can find you, sir.
Oh, just search for Commie Mark, but put the E as a 3, and you can type that in anywhere, like, and it'll take you to me, whatever social media of choice you have. But what I would recommend is please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, I put out real good videos and some real bad ones. Like, it's a mixed bunch. You never know what you're gonna get. But they're always ambitious. Like, I'm always trying to pull some off.
Alright. And as always, you folks can follow me on the Twitters at Brainiac420, and you can follow me everywhere else at Bob Jones Comic Wars, and we shall catch you folks next time. Later, folks.
Yeah, bye. Thanks for having me again.